guys, I have some good news for you today. The travel restrictions has been eased for the 10 countries. So what are these 10 countries? Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal, United Arab Emirates, Oman, Thailand, Malaysia, and Indonesia. For so long, guys, I think close to 4 months that restriction was in place. And I get so many messages of Filipinos or foreigners holding 9F visa from India asking about this travel restriction. When finally, the day that you have been waiting for so long, talagang malilift na siya. It will be lifted on Monday, September 6. Yes. It means po that if you're holding a valid and existing visa, or if you're a former Filipino, you're coming from the 10 countries, then you are allowed. Yes, so thank you IATF. Finally, at natauhan din kayo. With the lifting of the restriction po, commercial flights will be allowed. But I know for now, Cebu Pacific only has very limited flight schedules to Manila from Dubai. But other airlines, you guys have to check out. But this is good news. Let's wait for the immigration to, I think they will today or tomorrow release the advisory. And with that advisory, they will let all the airlines know that that restriction will be lifted on Monday. Yes. And if it's also good news, not only for Filipinos, but also for, I'm talking about foreigners or binational couples. I know Dubai is a very popular country to meet, get married, since they are so open to tourists. Again, is a good option to meet, get married, and learn. And even Thailand. Following the lifting of travel restriction, there's an interesting update today. The IATF has approved the adoption of yellow and red classifications in addition to the green list. We know about green list, right? Green lanes. Okay, I'll explain to you the colors. So the colors is based upon the respective incidence rate. So basically, the new cases. The more cases a country has, then they'll probably be under red. The safer countries are on green list. Okay, so what is the red country? So red countries are countries in which all foreign passport holders, foreigners, balikbayans cannot enter. If the country is under red, foreigners cannot enter the Philippines. Only Filipinos through repatriations and special bayanihan flights can enter the Philippines. Since the travel restriction will be lifted for the 10 countries on Monday, then there is no red country as of now. Yeah. Regardless of vaccinations, if you're a Filipino coming from a red country, 14 days quarantine in the hotel. And then yellow countries, most of you are yellow countries, guys. So yellow countries are countries in which Filipino citizens, all Filipino citizens can enter the Philippines, balikbayans and foreigners with visas, and then undergo 10 days quarantine in the hotel, regardless of vaccination, okay? Fully vaccinated or not, if you're coming from a yellow country, you need to undergo just the regular 10 days quarantine in the hotel. And then lastly is the green country. If you're fully vaccinated in the Philippines, if you're fully vaccinated coming from a green country, you spent your 14 days prior to arriving in the Philippines from a green country, then you are eligible for a shorter quarantine of 7 days only. Jennifer, what countries are yellow? They did not give us a list of countries, but I'm sure you guys will be on yellow. They haven't given the list yet. They only announced that there will be classifications. Now for green lanes, green countries again are updated. So these are the green countries. There are 33 green countries. This is lesser than last time. So the new addition is, I know, is Republic of Congo, Sabah, Sierra Leone, and Saint Eustatius. I'm not sure how to read that. But some countries are also removed. Albania is no longer a green country. Bosnia and Herzegovina, no longer a green country. Brunei, ako po. Brunei po, hindi na siya green country. Ivory Coast, Nigeria, Romania, and Sudan, they are no longer green countries. Thus, the 10 days quarantine is required. Taiwan, Hong Kong, China, New Zealand are still green countries. Australia ay lumalaban. Green country pa rin. Yes, so yan pa rin guys. It's mostly just the same countries. So to avail a shorter quarantine, you need to be coming from these countries. You should have stayed there for 14 days. And I get this question a lot. Private messages, Jennifer, I'm a foreigner. I'm coming from a green country. Or let's say I go to a green country. I stay there for 14 days. Can I enter the Philippines? No. This green country only applies to those who are already allowed. Those with visas. Former spouses of Filipinos. It does not, even if you're coming from a green country, but if you're foreign tourists, you're still not going to be allowed. For now, we're still going to have to wait for foreign tourists to be allowed. Moving forward, the Philippines has passed a very interesting bill, Virtual Marriage Act. It has been approved by the House Committee on Revision of Laws. In an online meeting last Thursday, the committee approved the substitute bill to the proposed Virtual Marriage Act. So with this bill, the proposed measure seeks to allow couples to be wed while they are in the same location, but presence of the solemnizing officer would be remote or virtual, given that all requirements for a valid marriage are met. The measure, however, again guys, still requires the husband and wife to be physically present in the same location. The problem of people who wants to avail, the people who would want to avail this virtual marriage act would be binational couples. So my question, how about let's say a Filipina travels to a third country, meets with a fiance, and then gets married there, and have the solemnizing officer here in the Philippines? Would that be covered by the law? I'm not too sure, guys. But that would be the question. That would make an impact if they allow that the couple be outside the Philippines and then the solemnizing officer be here. But I have never been married, but I know for a fact that getting married in the Philippines is just like everything here. It's complicated. So many requirements. Forward, Philippine Airlines has filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy for financial restructuring in the US. But Philippine Airlines says it's still business as usual and flights still continue. The restructuring will enable PAL to emerge with fresh capital, lower debt, and a sturdier financial foundation for the future. PAL expects to reduce their fleet by 25%, but flight schedules, guys, that they have been posting still ongoing. In fact, in Cebu, they added 2 more flights. In Cebu, there will be going to be Damam to Cebu, Cebu to Damam via Manila, 1 times weekly time starting September 6. And then there's Singapore to Cebu, Cebu to Singapore via Manila on September 11 and 25. Obviously, Cebu has already increased their travel capacity, passenger. So this is the update for today, guys. With the yellow, red, green, it's really the same. They just assigned a color to it. It's just the same. But congratulations to the travelers from the 10 countries. Welcome back. Soon you will be able to board that plane and come here. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. That is the update for all about travel in the Philippines as of today, September 4. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again with another travel update. Bye!